Well, with Naruto having handily defeated his opponent, we focus on the next fight, which is between clan members Hinata and Neji. Naruto number 78, Neji and Hinata. Well, hello, my brothers and sisters and Team 7 supporters, prospective chunin of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, and I'm here to bring you another review on the action-packed, awe-inspiring, thrilling, wonderfully under-realized underdog tale of Naruto. Sorry, I just kind of ad-lib all those in there, so sometimes they come out really good, and other times a little bit not so good, a little questionable. So, anyways, we'll dive right in. In our last chapter, the last few chapters, of course, focused on the fight between Kiba and Naruto. In the last chapter, Naruto wound up using his wit and quick thinking, and had developed even a new technique that he wound up using. And Kiba, as well as Akamaru, his little red dog, got knocked the fuck out. So that's how the chapter really ended off, was kind of Naruto going and, being, hey man, you shouldn't have counted me out. Things wind up picking up, right there. They're about to announce the, the eighth fight, the eighth battle, I guess you would say, in this tournament. And the thing about it is that it's down to like the last six people. And so Kiba is talking to Hinata, who we know is very shy and timid and what have you, very kind of quiet and to herself. And he says, "Listen, if you wind up getting that guy, when they match you up and whatnot, if they wind up pairing you up with the guy from the Village of the Sand or whatever, just forfeit. Just completely forfeit." I like that. I'm thinking, okay, why? He says, and also, if you wind up getting Neji, you should forfeit as well. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Neji. Nihai, but Neji. Anyway, he says, just forfeit and this and that. You don't want to go up against them, right? And he's pleading with her. Anyway, so sure enough, they wind up going and pulling up the names. And what do we got? We've got Hyuga Neji versus Hyuga Hinata. And I'm thinking, okay, what the hell? So what are they, like brother and sister? Are they whatever? Well, apparently these two are from the same clan, the Hyuga clan, which apparently is one that goes back and is even has some ties to Kakashi tells us even has some ties to the Uchiha clan. And some similarities and things like that, but we'll get to that in a second. But the whole thing here is that apparently these two are... Hinata came from like the main family of the clan, so kind of like the rock stars that get more recognition and things like that, the main branch of the family. Whereas he kind of comes from like a secondary branch of the family and is probably like a distant cousin or something like that. So even though they're related, there's certainly no love lost between the two of them. And it seems like, she's very, you can never know what she's thinking because she's very quiet and to herself. But he basically just starts and spends almost the entirety of this chapter just talking shit about her. Talking about and bringing up all these different things. She's having some flashbacks of her past, about how she was bested by her younger sibling, 5 years her younger. She was 5 years older, obviously, than her and still got her ass whipped. It was pretty much like this disgrace to her family. And... and it's one of those things where, self-doubt can kill you. It really can. It can creep in. It can kill you. It can stop us from doing wonderful, marvelous things, honestly. And it's one of those things where you don't ever want to live life and have regrets, but oftentimes self-doubt will creep into our mind and we'll start to think, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can do that. So anyway, so he basically mindfucks her the entirety of this chapter, just cutting her down and talking about how he can use this Byakugan eye. And then it's similar to the power of the Sharingan, where you can actually instead of learning the moves and things like that, you can actually kind of like see into a person's like soul. And he starts going and like psychoanalyzing everything she does like a shrink, And when you glanced up and to the left, that signified that you were trying to avert attention to this and that. And then when you looked down and to the right, it meant that. And I'm just thinking, right here, buddy, I really hope that Hinata just brings it out and she's just like one of those like tigers in hiding in the closet and just comes out and rips this fucking ass apart. I don't know. I just, I don't know much about either one of them, but I'm always the one kind of, cheering for the underdog and what have you. So anyway, so this verbal bashing winds up going on for the entirety of the chapter. Towards the end of the chapter, we get the explanation, from Kakashi a little bit about the Byakugan and all that stuff and everything. But and what comes with that, and that's something that's obviously to their specific to their clan and everything, and then a little bit about the Hyuga clan. However, the chapter though winds up ending off, which I thought was great, is that Naruto's sitting there biting his lip the whole time, because number one, he's got a big mouth and he want to jump in and be like, the fuck. But see, Naruto is watching everything, seeing everything, getting more and more pissed off, and you can just tell, man, the steam is coming from his little head. He's angry, And all of a sudden, he just goes and pipes up, and he's just like, don't listen to that ass, or whatever he winds up saying, that jerk, or whatever, And, basically, cheering her on, trying to go and center her and bring her back, because this dude is mind-fucking her. He was like raping her mind. And going and just putting her in this deep, dark place, and he was just hitting her and pummeling her with self-doubt, And that's the shit that pisses me off, But if it's a person that's very, weak and timid or very shy, doesn't stick up for themselves and whatnot, that allows people like that to kind of just run roughshod over them, verbally, physically, whatever. So obviously it's all his mental preparation for things and whatnot. But you know what? If she's that weak of a person, you think that little of her, why even bother? Why even bother? Obviously, she's a threat to you if you're going to go and try to, verbally assault her first, because you're hoping that you can drop her defenses and make it a little bit easier for you to win, But anyway, so that's what the whole chapter was about. It was basically, showing that he's kind of got a chip on his shoulder because even though she's not successful in her clan, she kind of comes from the cream of the crop of the clan, and he's kind of like, the redheaded stepchild, kind of back of the bus type of thing, right? And I don't know, I hate seeing that type of divisiveness, especially amongst clans, families, friends, whatever the case may be, man. Just, ugh. Anyway, so certainly looking forward to hopefully seeing her rise to the occasion and whip this dude's ass. So, anyway, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's going to happen. It happens in real life. It happens in, all types of different mainstream media, but just don't like to see that divisiveness personally myself. So, that's how the chapter ends off. We know Naruto's kind of cheering her on and hoping that she comes out of her shell. My chapter question for you, though, brothers and sisters, is what are your thoughts on, on the verbal assault? I guess that was the verbal assault, the verbal homicide that was committed on Hinata. So let me know what your answer is to that question in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you should think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We will look forward to catching all of you in the next one, Nation. Remember to take a look at my other channels, and as always, thanks for watching.